Hello everybody. Thank you for watching my YouTube video. I hope you had a great day. Now we're going to talk about the production grade setup. Normally production grade setup requires master service in HA mode and also clustering of HCD and replicating the API servers with the load balancer and running a multiple instances of scheduler and controllers. Only one of them will be the leader and the other nodes will be the standby mode. So here we're going to talk about an important tool that can perform the production grade setup. So however, if you are using Minikube does not have an HA, it is only a node cluster. And I'm going to show the full demo of the setup because it requires an at least minimum three masters or two master nodes and three nodes. I will only able to share you the steps how to perform the production grade setup using CubeSpray. So this is basically the high level architecture of the Kubernetes HA mode. So like we will have a node with using HA proxy. We will try to use the Kube server API. Will be load balanced with the HA proxy, and the HCD and Kube proxies will be all in like one node will be the master, and other two nodes will be in passive mode like a leader election. So in case one goes down, automatically the leader will be transferred to the master node 2 or node 3. So let's see the architecture overview. You can have so this is not normally we have only one HCD, so this is not a correct method. So we can have at least minimum 3 or 5 node HCD. So, like for example, this is the architecture overview. So, when your API kubectl API will be called from the load balancer. The load balancer will send the authorization to the master one or master two. So, this is how the flow will work. So, let's go directly to the Cube Spray. What is Cube Spray? So, Cube Spray is an Kubernetes community project was deployed for deploying KI clusters on premises in the cloud. So they also provide a lot of functionalities like deploying the Kubernetes for any platform, mainly for all the Linux platforms like Ubuntu, Red Hat, CentOS, and other flavors, and Fedora especially. And the KubeSpray also has chooses the networking plugins for Flannel, Calico, and Canal and Vue. So Calico is quite interesting because they support layer 3 networking. So I have also share my installation procedure, how to install using CubeSpray, the step by step. I will walk through you the step, but I cannot make the demo for that. Might be if time permits, because the installation will take minimum 30 to 40 minutes. It will do, however, this will take. I will share only the procedure how to do the production grade setup. Let's get into the production grade setup. So you can just go to the Google and type CubeSpray. And it will take you to the Kubernetes IO. Here we can see the procedure how to install Kubernetes on on-premises cloud. So here is the Kubernetes cluster CubeSpray, which is can be used for Google Cloud, Azure, OpenStack, and or I can also do provision with for bare metal. So here we are going to use it with the composite with the Ansible playbook. So these are the flavors of the operating system supported at the moment. And let me share my document for that. Here is the installation document. So I have to have minimum two masters. So here I have three master servers, each having around 6 GB, 6 GB, 6 GB. So and this is my deployment server. So deployment server is where the Ansible is going to be. Ansible will be installed here, and Ansible will we will use the Ansible for the installation, use it for deployment of the masters and the nodes. So the first thing is I'll try to install the Ansible on the deployment server and the other packages to the respective nodes. Once that is done, the prerequisites will be normally like disabling the swap and I'm generating the SSH keygen and pushing it to all the nodes. So as similar, we talked about three node setup. We will do the same steps like and disabling the kernel swap and the Docker installation, not Docker installation, this mainly the mutils and LVM2 and device mapper persistency for Docker prerequisite. So once that is done, so let me download the Cube Spray. So yeah, I'm just downloading the Cube Spray. Yep, so you can see the Cube Spray. So here, once you go in, so you will find the inventory sample, copy the sample and make it my cluster. Sorry, set directory sample to my cluster. So here you have the host file. So edit this host file and put the necessary entries. So I have my host file entry here. Before doing that, let me review the important parameter. You can choose this file. So you can choose this file. What is a kubectl version is there, and we can enable the mainly the pod segments and how much nodes and what is your mainly the your networking plugin you want to choose. You want Calico or Vue or what type of plugin? I'm just choosing the Cube network plugin called Vue. So yeah, so here the default plugin is Calico, but I'm going to change that parameters. What subnet you want to use, all those information you can modify it. Once that is done, once that is done, save it. But I'm not going to show you the demos. I'm just sharing the procedure. So once that is done, then you can edit this parameter as well to change the number of maximum pods you want to have, and you can also enable Elms there. And later on, we will change the in this configuration in this YAML file. We will modify the node details. Hold on, YAML. So we will have the cube read only. The port has to be modified. So yeah, so this is commented out. You have to uncomment them. Once that uncomment is done, then later on you can run this playbook. So my host file is at the moment is this. So you can add this parameter, and finally when you run this when you run this Ansible playbook, this Kubernetes deployment will start, and it will definitely will take minimum 30 to 40 minutes for across all the nodes. It will ensure that it install the masters nodes and join the nodes, and finally your cluster will be ready. So thank you all for watching this video. The next video we will talk about how to manage the pods. Let's proceed on. Thank you.